Stock number 8 on the NNSCRA Truck Series brings us to Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we're here today for 40 laps of action in the NNSCRA Truck Series. As we're set for, like I said, we're set for some really good racing. That's all I can say here. But today we're here for after about 3 races on a short track here, I guess you might say. We have a race at Portland and also a race at Flemington. And we go from those 2 tracks to Charlotte. We have some more short track racing on tap later this season. So here's the starting line for this ringing event. On the pole at 182 miles an hour, it is Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Super Chips Ford. He's driving a white truck here this weekend in a night race here. He's alongside number 86. That is Noah Sewell, the RC Cola Dodge. Here starting row 2 has number 44, Seth Cole, who finished second the last race on the tour at Flemington Speedway. He's alongside number 28, Keith Batts, in the Napa United Ford. Third row has number 83, Joshua Osborne, and number 94, Cody McGurk, starting on the outside. He had a top 10 finish at Portland. He hopes to have some good results here today. Going to row number 4, I should say, has 2-time winning seasons so far. Kyle Matthews, the AC Delco Chevrolet. He's alongside Jessica Shelton, who won at Flemington Speedway the last race in the tour. The number 98 Betty Crocker checks mixed Dodge, and she and Kyle will have 2 of our 5. Yep, count them, 5 in-truck cameras in today's event. Levi McIntyre, by the way, has our 3rd of the 5 cameras, by the way, too. Going to number 5 has truck number 14, Amanda Evans, with a great qualifying run here. She's alongside number 1, Trent Dunham, who has our 4th in-truck camera in today's event. Going to row number 6 has Jackson Haywood, number 50, the Granger Ford. He's alongside number 18, that is Mike Turner, in the Fastenal Dodge. Next row has number 62, Benjamin Miles, and number 16, Charles Sanford. Next row down has number 88, Zach Winkle, and number 11, Laura Chung, the only Toyota in the field. Next row down has number 29, Allison Rain, and number 31, that is Mitchell Collins. Next row down has the winner at Nashville this season, number 75, that's Dallas McIntosh. He's alongside number 8, that is Aaron Macklin, in the Delco Remy Chevrolet. Next row down has number 19, Carson Gum, and number 4, Stephen Colon, both in Dodges. Next row is number 24, Nathan Orman, the Quaker State Chevrolet, and he's alongside number 43, Mike Becker, in the Dodge Doers Dodge. Next row has a Rockingham winner, Zachary Fitzwater, and number 2, Dylan Young, who has our 5th in-truck camera, the CarQuest Team ASC Dodge. Next row down has number 21, Quentin Moore, and number 6, Mitchell Hodak. Next row down has number 17, Colin Cropley, in the Western Auto Chevrolet, and number 5, Destin Bowen, who won at Las Vegas the last mile and a half he was on, in the DuPont Automotive Finishes Chevrolet, number 5. Next row down has number 20, that is Matt McIntyre, and number 3, Cole Deaver, in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Next row down has number 80, Toby McCoy, and number 48, Samuel Ryder. Then it's number 7, Carter Joey, the Exide Barrier Chevrolet, and number 38, that's Trevor Collins, in the Channel Lock Ford. I should mention Carter Joey's truck is actually a Ford, not a Chevrolet, by the way. And starting shotgun is 2 other McCoys, Wes at number 60, and Tito at number 87. So we'll see what happens here in today's event, as 38 trucks are getting ready to are lined up and ready to go here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As we mentioned, it's the first mile-and-a-half track we've been racing on. We've raced on basically since Las Vegas, and we've actually been on a mile, 1 1/10 mile track in Calder Park. We've raced on a 1 1/3 track at Nashville, and we've raced on 2 short tracks since that time. And we'll be going back to a 1 mile track next race on the tour at Dover Downs International Speedway, which is next on the tour. So we'll see what happens here today. And here comes the command to fire the engines here for today's race at Charlotte.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Command has been given to fire the engines for some racing here today, as we're about to get set as the pace truck leads the field off of pit road for the pace lap. We're starting to race right after this. Through turns number 3 and 4 they come. We're about to get set for racing here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. A Ford Dodge front row. We got 2 Fords in the second row, a Chevrolet Ford third row. Levi McIntyre and Noah Sewell, who will lead them down to the green flag. 2 cars, or trucks, I should say, qualified over 182 miles an hour. On the front row, the green flag's about to fly. And let's go racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And again, as we mentioned, 5 in-truck cameras in today's event here. We usually have 3 cameras per race, though, but we decided to try 5 this time here in the NNSCRA Truck Series here. We may do some of the 5 cameras in the future seasons of the Castrol GTX Cup Series over the NNSCRA channel for season 34. And Levi McIntyre lead the first lap of this race here. This, by the way, is a different version of Charlotte we're going to try here today. We've been usually been using Charlotte 1994. We're going to give Charlotte 1999 a try, by the way. This is the Charlotte 1999 track. And if this doesn't go well here, we'll go back to Charlotte 1994 for the future, for every season here on out. But Seth Cole gets the first lead change of the day here, the number 44 truck, as he leads the first lap here. Something he was trying to do at Flemington Speedway the last race on the tour, trying to get all those laps. He tried to close up and get past Jessica Shelton in the late laps of that event, just never could do so. And the caution flag coming out on the final lap did not help neither, coming to the final lap. And Seth was, of course, dropping back in that race anyway, unfortunately for him. But he does, I mean, it's still a good race run for him in that race at Flemington, finishing second in that event. As we're seeing 3 wide racing here, the number 75 truck, Dallas McIntosh, to the low side of Allison Rain in the 29 Mopar truck. Allison trying to close up and pass Joshua Osborne in the 83 truck here. Joshua says, "No way, Allison. I'm the one supposed to be up ahead of you." Number 83, Coffee Critic, Mission Linen Services Ford, or Chevrolet, I should say, here in 4th position right out. And Jackson Haywood trying to make it 3 wide here as Levi McIntyre takes the lead once again on Seth Cole. And Joshua Osborne decides to go with him, that black number 83. There he is. Allison Rain decides that's a good idea. Let's go with the 2 trucks on the bottom lane of the track. Ford, Chevy, and Dodge on the low side of the track here as they come out to number 4. And Jackson Haywood lead his first lap of the race here. The number 50 truck out of KAB Enterprises. That's Keith Batson's team. This is maybe what we'll see here all day long here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. There's some tremendous racing here. Always is on this track as well, too. As you ride along with Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Super Chips Ford. See how fast he goes down the front stretch. 188 miles an hour, 189, 190 miles an hour to the middle of 1 and 2. Down about 175 miles an hour here, so about 180 coming off the second turn. And up to about 189 miles an hour to turn number 3. And down about 181, 175 coming off turn number 4. He had to tap the brake just a slight bit. And that last lap for Levi, 183.045 miles an hour. He's running in 11th position right now as he falls back in behind the 19 truck of Carson Gum. Meantime, Dallas McIntosh ducks to the inside of the 18 of Mike Turner. And he'll push Seth Cole to the low side. Seth trying to get past the 50 truck to lead a lap, and he will indeed do so. The Federated Auto Parts Ford truck number 44 jumps out on top and brings the Chevrolet of Dallas McIntosh with him. And here comes number 2, Dylan Young. The Team ASC certified Dodge, and you're riding with Dylan Young now, the number 2 machine. Dillon's going to try to force the issue. 188 miles an hour into turn number 1 goes Dillon. Tried to force the issue on the 50 truck of Jackson Haywood, and they're 3 wide behind as Carson Gunn breaks out from the middle of the track here, but then goes up high as Levi McIntyre gets pushed by Mitchell Hodak in the 6th truck, and the 19th truck of Carson Gunn just about got the wall come off turn number 4. Speaking of number 4, there you see the number 4 truck of Stephen Colon up to the 7th position right now in the Square D Dodge, running right behind Zachary Fitzwater in the 59 truck. I mentioned 12 Dodges in the field this season, I think. Right now, Stephen Colon there, giving that Dodge a good run right here as it goes to the inside here. You got 12 Dodges in the field. There's 12 Dodges, 15 Chevrolets, 10 Fords, and a Toyota in the field this season for the NNSCRA Truck Series. So Colon gets by Hodak right now as they come through turns off turn number 4. Moves Stephen up to 5th position in the machine. And behind him was Charles Sanford, the 16 truck, but now Noah Sewell goes inside, gets past him, or tries to. He'll bring Nathan Orman in the 24 with him in the Quaker State Chevrolet, that green 24 truck. And behind him goes Joshua Osborne in the 14 truck of Amanda Evans, and Amanda says, heck with this, I'm going to go 3 wide. And she will do so. A daring move here, usually. But Hodak decides to play it smart there and falls in the clutches of his teammate Colin Cropley in the 17 truck. As both he and Hodak gets passed by the 21 of Quentin Moore. The Racing with Jesus Eagle Jet Ford. And Quentin trying to march his way up to the field right now as he has had feast and famine luck this season so far for that 21 team, though, but knowing Quentin, he soldiers on regardless. He never loses any spirit, though. That's the one thing about Quentin, and I can say the same thing about a few other guys in this field, too. And meantime, he's got one of the toughest behind him there, Carson Gunn in the 19 truck, and another one of the toughest ahead of him, Seth Cole, in the 44 truck as they get by Benjamin Miles, Dallas McIntosh, maybe the 50 truck of Jackson Haywood, who just lost the lead a couple of laps ago, by the way, to the now new leader, the number 4, Stephen Colon, is now the leader of the race here. He led the last time, but this is the first time he's led this here today. He's got Noah Sewell behind him in an 86 truck as they come to the inside here off turn number 4. Side by side between the 2 blue Dodges, and Noah Sewell led that lap. And 3 wide are Dylan Young. Takes the 3 wide between him, Colon, and Orman, and now Colon has to back off a little bit. Orman and Dylan Young now side by side. And Charles Sanford says, hey, this is fun. I want to join in on the fun. And Amanda Evans says likewise in that number 14 machine. Boy, some good racing today here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as these trucks are not disappointing here today as we're almost halfway home in this event here. 40 laps of distance here today, and we're almost halfway home. This will be lap number 18 they're about to complete here. We'll have 22 to go this time by. Matt McIntyre running behind right there. He gets past Orman, so does Quentin Moore. He gets past him as well, too. Mike Becker, Stephen Colon, and Kyle Matthews all there behind. There's Matthews, the 52 AC Delco Chevrolet. Matthews started the season off with a big win at Daytona in the first race of the season. He also won in Australia, of all places, at Calder Park. .178 miles an hour in the middle of turns 3 and 4 for Matthews, and he had to back way up down to 173 miles an hour. Take a look at the other trucks right there in the field. There's Trent Dunham's View, the number 1 machine. He runs right now 27th in the field. Just passed by Cody McGurk, now passed by Keith Batson. Zach Winkle in the 88 truck is also passed as well too. Levi McIntyre's view is just behind as they caught up behind the 60 truck of Wes McCoy, who tries to stay out of the way of everybody else. There's Jessica Shelton's view, the number 98 machine, winner at Flemington Speedway, and she is running right now 29th in the field. Jess started this race in the 6th position. That's where she started here today. Had the back way off there, almost too close to Trent Dunham. And those problems up ahead right there, Dunham, and Shelton's going to be right there in the middle of this whole deal. First caution of the day flies, and I saw Colin Cropley spin. Mitchell Hodak also involved in the 6 truck. There's Wes McCoy in the 60 machine. And they're going to try to get past everybody else right there. There's Noah Sewell, Seth Cole, and Quentin Moore racing to the start-finish line. And it's Quentin Moore to the start-finish line first, as he'll lead him back to the caution flag. I saw the 17 of Colin Cropley spin, I think, was what happened. We'll take a look at what happened to cost the first yellow flag of the day in several cars. What in the world is there? And Laura Chung's in the wall in the 11 truck. But she managed to say that she used the wall as basically her she basically uses the wall as her I don't know what. Take a look at what happened there. They were caught up to the 60 truck of Wes McCoy. There he is in the 60 truck, and they got 4 wide in the middle of turns 4, and Cropley gets tapped by the 88 truck of Zach Winkle. Does not see off the quarter panel of that machine. We were riding with Jessica Shelton when this all happened too. Cropley, gosh, look at Colin, just 180 miles an hour through the grassy area infield, and he's still doing about 130. He's still doing 140 miles an hour as he comes off the grass. He crosses the start finish line 22nd, by the way. But the caution flag actually was for the 60 truck of Wes McCoy, as what I'm seeing too. Yeah, and there he was the guy who spun. I'm amazed, by the way, too, this did not end up being a big crash. Comes off the wall, gets right into Cody McGurk in a 60 and 94 truck, and he gets in the 6 of Mitchell Hodak. Hodak slams the wall coming down the start finish line. Keith Batson just barely misses him, but the 18 truck of Michael Turner had to really slam on the brakes to try to keep from hitting him. Wes McCoy, who just fell a lap down about maybe a lap or so earlier. Well, results in the dire stretch for the number 60 machine right there, but the 60 truck is still running. He's running 37th right now. The 20 truck of Matt McIntyre, will see what happened to him. So you're also now for the caution flag right here. This is what happened to Matt McIntyre in the 20 truck. Like poor Matt McIntyre, when it rains, it pours for him. It seems like he always seems to have a pretty good running truck. We talked about this at Flemington. He always seems to have a good running truck, and something a foul always seems to happen to him. See, he was 3 wide trying to slow down right there. He was behind Zachary Fitzwater, and there's he's below the 31 of Mitchell Collins. And see what happens. I think maybe the 24 and the 11 is going to trigger this whole deal. Yep, Orman gets down, and Laura Chung sends her right into the 31, looks like right there. Yep. That sends Laura into Collins, sends Collins into Matt McIntyre, and it all comes up a catastrophic chain reaction right here. And in the 38 truck of Trevor Collins, Poor Trevor Collins, nowhere to go, but right into the wall. There's Mitchell Collins, I should say, in the 31 truck, gets back in the Ormond. Laura Chung spins it there, and Colin Cropley and that's some hits up driving on his part. Had to really get on the binders right there. The eight truck of Aaron Macklin, he also gets hit right there, but he was completely stopped. So end result is Matt McIntyre had to make an unscheduled pit stop because of the whole deal. And as you saw, the front end ripped off in the MB&A Chevrolet of his. 87 truck of Tito McCoy, and several others right there. 5 trucks a lap or more down, all lining up inside of the leader. Quentin Moore's as we'll restart on lap number 27. We'll have 14 to go when this race restarts at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Quentin Moore's your leader. Second is the 86 truck of Noah Sewell. Third is Mike Becker. Fourth is Carson Gum. Amanda Evans currently in 5th position. 6th is Levi McIntyre. 7th is Kyle Matthews. 8th is Seth Cole. Allison Rain runs 9th. Stephen Colon runs in 10th position. 11th right now is Charles Sanford. 12th position is Benjamin Miles. 13th is Jackson Haywood. 14th, Cole Deaver. 15th is Zachary Bitzwater. Mitchell Collins, 16th. 17th is Nathan Ormond. 18th, I should say, is Laura Chung. 19th is Aaron Macklin. 20th is Dylan Young. Colin Cropley, 21st. Joshua Osborne, 22nd. 23rd, Zachary Fitzwater. 24th, Zach Winkle, I should say. 24th is Dallas McIntosh. Trent Dunham, 25th. Then Jessica Shelton, 26th. 27th is Destin Bowen. 28th is Keith Batson. 29th is Mike Turner. 30th is Cody McGurk. And Matt McIntyre is the last truck on the lead lap in 31st position. The green flag's about to fly. Lap number 26, or 27, I should say. Green flag flies. We're back underway here at Charlotte. Tito McCoy pulls up ahead of the 99 and 52 trucks that are screwing Levi McIntyre and Kyle Matthews over. And the 59 truck is in the grass right there, and barely makes it through right there. Now everybody else is going to hold up the rest of the leaders right there. Rest of the trucks to the inside lane saying, screw this, I'm out of here. Back up front it is now Noah Sewell who leads this race here. Carson Gum 2nd position. 3rd is Mike Becker. Quentin Moore drops to 4th, and Amanda Evans at the 5th. And here comes Kyle Matthews, I should say, a determined Kyle Matthews right now in the 52 truck. He's running right now in the 6th position, but he is trying to close up on the leaders. Mitchell Hodak, the only truck out of the race, he had a clutch failure on the number 6 machine. That's what it's like the ride hanging off the tail bumper, that number 52 machine. And Matthews is closing up on the front 5 trucks here as now Mike Becker takes the lead through turns 3 and 4 as he goes inside of Carson Gum. Check the fast lap race so far here quickly. 186.722 miles are set by the 16 truck of Charles Sanford. And we are now down to 9 laps to go at Charlotte. So, and anything can happen in the rest of this event. Down the backstretch they come here. Dodge in first, Ford's second and third, Dodge in fourth, and a Dodge in fifth, and a Chevrolet closing up in sixth position. Cologne in seventh, eighth is Fitzwater, ninth is Seth Cole, and Dylan Young is in 10th. In the meantime, Destin Bowen leading this pack of trucks right there, along with Benjamin Miles, Jackson Haywood, Jessica Shelton, and several others. Come off turn number 4 right now. You're on board with Jessica Shelton as she runs behind Benjamin Miles. And look at the speed right there on Jess, 191 miles an hour turn number in the middle of 1 and 2 before she had to tap the brake a little bit. And the tachometer up to about 8,500 miles, 8,500 RPMs in the middle of turn number 3, and down about 7,800 RPMs. Down to 6 laps to go right now. Jessica running in 18th position right now. And here comes Fitzwater, low side of Matthews. And those front 5 trucks are about to be caught here, possibly here. Amanda Evans trying to hold on to that draft here behind Carson Gum and Quentin Moore. Off turn number 2 they come here, as you see. Carson Gum to the low side here, and now, in the meantime, here comes Noah Sewell in the 86 truck to the low side. Blue Dodge inside of the red Dodge here as they come off turn number 4, and Noah Sewell takes the lead with now 4 laps to go. In the off turn number 2, Noah Sewell trying to hold his whole snarling pack of trucks here. Carson Gunn to the low side, up to second position. Dodge is first, second, and third right now, but the Ford's going to try to spoil that in the number 14 truck. Evans to the low side. Evans up to third position. The Milwaukee Tools Ford. Could Amanda pull off an upset win here? We'll find out maybe here. But she's running out of time. She knows there's now. She knows we're coming down for 2 to go this time by. Inside of one of the best in the business there, Carson Gum in the 19 truck here. Carson tries to has not missed a step on the 86 truck of Noah Sewell. Now we're now down to 2 to go. Matthews for 4th position inside of Quentin Moore. And here comes Carson, that yellow Pennzoil Dodge to the low side of Noah Sewell for the lead. Noah says, no way. 3 trucks for the win here at Charlotte as they come down for the white flag. 1 more lap remaining in Charlotte. Carson Gum, truck number 19 to the low side for the lead. He's got Amanda Evans shoving him now. Side by side in the middle of turns number 1 and 2. Is Evans going to make a make it 3 wide? Yes, she does to the low side. No, Carson's going to pull ahead. Third turns number 3 and 4. The number 19 Pennzoil Dodge trying to hold them all off. Evans going to make one last-ditch effort to the start-finish line. Short to the line. Carson Gum wins at Charlotte. Carson Gum, the number 19 Dodge dealers, number 19 Pennzoil Dodge goes to victory lane. In this 40-lap event at Charlotte Motor Speedway, just an absolutely tremendous drive for the man from the state of Texas. What a race. Amanda Evans comes home second position. A Sullivan for the number 14 team. Third will go to Kyle Matthews. Fourth to Noah Sewell. Fifth to Mike Becker. Then Stephen Colon, Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Dallas McIntosh, and Quentin Moore, the top 10. And what a race that was. Wow. One race that was an average speed of 151.85, 2 miles an hour. That was slowed by the only caution flag of the day. As we're 8 races into the season. Boy, just an absolutely tremendous event here. Give me the rest of the finishing order here. Levi McIntyre, the pole sitter, comes home in 11th. Cole Bieber, 12th. 13th, Zachary Fitzwater. Benjamin Miles, 14th. Trent Dunham, 15th. 16th will go to Destin Boland. 18th, Keith Batson. 19th, Jackson Haywood. I should say 18th to Jackson Haywood. 19th, Charles Sanford. 20th will go to Allison Rain. Then Zach Winkle, 21st. 22nd position will go to Joshua Osborne. Jessica Shelton, 23rd. 24th will go to Aaron Macklin. Colin Cropley in 25th position. Rest of the finishing order for you here. Nathan Orman, Cody McGurk, Mike Turner, 28th. 29th will go to Laura Chung, Matt Mitchell Collins, 30th, and Matt McIntyre, the last truck to finish on the lead lap in 31st position. Rest of the finishing order here, Tita McCoy, Toby McCoy, Carter Joey, Samuel Ryder, Wes McCoy, and Trevor Collins were the only last trucks to finish here. All of them were one lap down. And the only truck out of the race, as we mentioned, was Mitchell Hodak with a clutch failure. He ends up 38th in the field here today. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway here. Congratulations once again to Carson Gum, who gets his first victory of the season here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And for now, this is James Qualls. This has been production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of off-road racing at its best. We'll see you at Dover Downs International Speedway for race number 9 on the season.